What's happening everyone, my name is Alex and welcome back to a new review. Well, over the past year I got to try a lot of smartwatches, a lot of fitness trackers, and I got to see some really nice ones. Well, today I have one from Samsung, and this one is called the Gear Fit2 Pro, and you can find it for around $150 to $200. So the Gear Fit2 Pro looks a lot like a fitness tracker, but based on what it can do, it's actually a smartwatch and it can do a lot of things. First of all, it can count how many steps you do throughout the day. It can also measure your heart rate, and it can measure the heart rate constantly throughout the day or only sometimes. It's up to you to decide when you want your heart rate to be measured. It has a GPS unit inside, and with that it can measure and map the location of your workout. So if you're walking, if you're cycling, if you're running, and so on. On top of that, it has 4 gigs of internal storage, and on that you can store music, and you can connect some Bluetooth headphones to this, and you can listen to music whenever you're on the go. So you don't need to carry your phone with you all the time. You can just connect your Bluetooth headphones to this watch. And there is more. The watch can receive notifications from your smartphone, and you can actually reply to some of those notifications right from the watch. Now, don't imagine that you're going to be able to type on the screen, but you have some pre-selected answers that you can reply. For other apps like Twitter, you can even like and retweet right from the smartwatch, and that means that you don't have to take out your phone every single time you get a notification. Now, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to make phone calls from this, so there is no microphone anywhere, and every time you want to make a phone call, you're going to have to take out your phone. The watch itself, it's mostly made out of plastic. However, we have glass covering the 1.5 inches screen, and this is a super AMOLED display that gets bright enough so you can actually see it outside, and the colors are also very nice and vibrant, so it reminds me a lot of a Samsung phone. This is also a touch screen, so basically every time you want to interact with the watch, you swipe left, right, and we also have 2 buttons on the side. One of them is like the back button and one of them is like the home button or the menu button. If you don't want to change settings on the watch, because of course the screen is kind of small, you can do all that right on your smartphone. So of course you're going to have to install an app on your smartphone, but you have access to all the settings right from your smartphone. Also from the app you can change watch faces, but if you don't want to do it on the phone, you can actually change the watch faces right from the watch. And there are a lot of watch faces available, and you can always download more from the Samsung store. You can select what apps to send you notifications and when, and of course you can change those quick response messages that you have available to reply to, like text messages, WhatsApp messages, emails, and so on. Now, if you want to compile all the information that you get from the watch, so the steps, the heart rate, whatever activities you're doing and so on, you can install the Samsung Health app on your smartphone, and you can track everything through that app as well. But if you don't want to do that, you can just track everything right on the smartwatch. So I've been using the Gear Fit 2 for about 4 weeks now, and even though I'm not the most active person out there, every time I go for a walk, mostly in the evenings, I turn on that particular activity. So I start a walking activity, because this way the watch actually uses the GPS. If you don't start that particular activity, the watch knows how to track that you went walking, but it's not going to use the GPS. So at the end of your workout, you're not going to have a map with wherever you've been. So the activity tracking works good, but it takes the watch a couple of minutes to realize that you're actually walking or running or on a bicycle or whatever. Oh yes, and I was actually going somewhere with this. So inside this watch you have a 200 milliamp hour battery, and it really depends how you're gonna use this, because if you use the GPS a lot, if you get a lot of notifications, you're gonna have to charge it every 2 days, maybe every 3 days. But if you don't use the GPS that much and you don't get that many notifications, you can go to up to 5 days without charging this. Charging this, it's super simple as well, and it only takes about an hour to charge. So you get a charger in the box and you can just place the watch on the charger, and it doesn't matter if you place it on the left or on the right or whatever, it will charge either way. The watch is also waterproof, and supposedly you can take it up to 50 meters in the water, but I only took some showers with it, so I can't really say if that's true or not. But there is a cool function, and that basically disables the screen for whenever you go in the water, and this way the screen doesn't go all crazy while the water is touching it. Like a lot of other smartwatches that I've seen, it will also send you notifications and basically nudge you if you've been sitting for too long, or if you're walking, it will be like good job, keep it up, and stuff like that. And it's nice to see that, mostly if you're just sitting on the couch there and the watch is like, hey, maybe you should go for a short walk. On top of that, we have that cool feature that the screen turns on whenever you turn the arm towards you, so basically the watch towards you, and you can actually have the screen to stay on at all times. Of course, if you do that, the battery life will be decreased, but you do have that option to have the screen on at all times. So to conclude this video, this is one of the best smartwatches that I tried so far this year. I love the screen, I love how bright the screen gets, I love the colors on the screen. You can basically see the screen no matter where you are, and that's very important for a smartwatch because with a lot of smartwatches you can't really see them if you're outside. I also love the fact that you can connect headphones to this and you don't have to carry your phone around, and in my case I don't carry my phone that often just because I switch phones so often, but I always have my Samsung phone at home, and whenever the watch gets back home it can sync with the phone. Now this also has Wi-Fi connectivity, so you could technically connect to a Wi-Fi network if you want to see the weather or anything like that. So if you're looking for a smartwatch that's very easy to use, that can track your activities by itself so you don't basically have to do anything, and it's not crazy expensive, this is probably a good choice. Alright guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did like it, press that like button, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.